Hey there, my fellow overseers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky, episode 17, Overseer Office. As I approach, the copper hasn't turned to activated copper, so that's a good sign. It means it doesn't necessarily have storms. Any activated metal guarantees storms. And it has a lovely parking spot. I like it already. The weather is present. Did I say present? Yes, weather is technically still present. It's also pleasant. And there are star bulbs on this planet. So, yeah, let's go for the old colony map. Please have a settlement here, please, 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 please. Don't be off planet. That kind of looks like off planet. No, it's not. It's on planet. That's my... Okay, I'm getting to get dizzy. That's my hype there. Also, is this two facilities? Oh, no, those are just... junk. What is this? Is this an observatory? Transmission tower? Yeah, I don't care. Settlement! Here we come. Oh, I think I'm about to see one creature eat another creature. It looks like... No, they were just following one another, maybe. Come on. Eat them. Eat the biped. Quadruped, eat the biped. Do it, or I kill you both. I'm gonna kill you both. Warned. Yep, you're dead now. I told you. Do it or die. I just got one of my kill creatures quests done. Yes! Totally fair. Spaceship versus quadruped and biped. I'm also throwing out their body parts. Jettisoning it out into space. Oh, it's a coastal settlement, so it's going to be pretty. That's pretty awesome. Or it's almost coastal. Hey, Brady Bill, thank you for the gifted subs. And here it is. A settlement that needs a governor. Finally, 11 hours in. So, to take over a settlement, go to the hub interface in the center of town. The overseer is missing or deceased, so I'm going to apply to be overseer. This settlement is the Ryalovsky Station. I might rename that. It has 59 citizens, which is a pretty good starting citizen amount. But it is in the red. It is not making money per day. Its maintenance cost is more than its productivity, and they're not very happy. Well, I'm your daddy. I mean, boss. I'm your boss. So let's go build an overseer office over yonder. I need silicate powder. Well, luckily, I literally crap out silicate powder by the bajillions. So there's a sphere of influence around your settlements, which you cannot modify the terrain. The reason is, as you are overseer, you build new buildings, as I'm literally building a first building right now. So, be an overseer. So you have to go a little bit far away to source these things. And what was it, 210? every now and then, the resource that they ask for is going to be something that is, like, not particularly easy to source. It's going to be like, all right, go get, like, 2 living glass. And you're like, oh, what the hell? Because, you know, that's a resource that you just can't magic up out of nowhere. Oh, so it's a bunch of grav balls? It is. Wow, that's a lot of grav balls, too. This planet might be a good grav ball farming planet. Not that I care for the units, but that's a lot of grav balls in one cluster. The Sentinels are ever present, but they're not aggressive immediately. So the way it works is that you start construction projects, and unfortunately I got a real late start to this, because it takes about, well, this one takes like 1 minute. But typically they take about like 45 minutes to an hour per stage, and there's like 2 or 3 stages. But all of these buildings are fully rendered, procedurally generated. Granted, this house sucks. And you can go in them. This looks like some sort of facility. Let's go inside and figure out what it is. I think they're making gas. Maybe some sort of atmospheric facility. Not really sure. What is this? This is like storage or apartments? You live here, don't you? You're waiting for someone. Okay, well, I'll leave. You're probably not waiting for me. I'm ugly. This is some data storage something. I don't know. But all these buildings, like, they are designed to be thematic. Another storage building. And it allows you to build other types of stuff. You'll have options. So you'll be like, hey, do I want to build a bazaar or do I want to build a landing pad? You know, those kind of options as you develop your colony over time. So it's 86% done. Ooh, 2 stories. Oh, look at you. The lap of luxury. This looks like some sort of party frat. Also, you tend not to have stairs. How do you even get up here? Oh no, there's, okay. When you have a jetpack, you tend not to notice stairs. Ooh, you have plants inside the bottom floor? Can I move in? Patrol officer. Engineer. Man, I like your digs, dude. Although you kind of have like soil bleeding through the floor. You're not going to pass health inspection that way. Now we need a roof, and that requires 5 metal plating. Oh, wow, I already have all the materials for that. And it's going to take just a minute and a half. So overseership is exactly this. As you develop over time, you can build structures, and it will give you options as to what structures you want to build. There's also expeditions that you can launch from here, which can sometimes yield rare resources or units. Other times when the expedition fails, you lose citizens. You can throw parties to increase citizen happiness. You can invite immigrants. Sometimes citizens have disputes where they fight with one another, and then you have to be arbiter of those disputes. And eventually you can turn the colony around from failing to successful, where it starts generating money and resources. It will also periodically be attacked by sentinels, and you have to defend them. And then sometimes, rarely, but it can also be attacked by pirates, and you'll have to defend them from pirates. And all these stats here can be modified. So like the localized cognitohazards, or the full of parasitic eggs, or the sinister AI overlord, those modifiers can be removed and replaced with good ones after proper overseership. So if you're a good overseer. And the final is 3 microprocessors in order to complete. I don't have any of those, so I'm going to have to go buy them. And your overseer office, once completed, will have a teleporter. So you can come back to your colony instantly, which is very convenient. And then additionally, your colony you can portal to from any portal anywhere in any galaxy in any universe. And then on top of that, it is not locked to go to outlaw stations. So you can go from your colony to an outlaw station if you want, which is very convenient. That's a huge benefit. So if you want to do smuggling, you can smuggle things through your settlement. You know, a corrupt governor, if you will. The other thing I could have done is, and should have done in hindsight, is just park my fleet, my freighter, right off of the planet, and then docked into the freighter and teleported over to the hub. That would have been a lot smarter. But after 11 hours of streaming, you become less smart. I think. I'd like to think. I was here for microprocessors. Please sell them. Please. Yay! Anything else I need? Nope. Also, the colony had Viking. This is a Viking system, so all the colonies will be Viking. The benefit of that is, like, I can tolerate the Viking. You know, they're kind of like Krogan from Mass Effect. Very warlike, but has a sense of honor. That would probably be a good analogy, maybe, if you know Mass Effect. They're very Krogan-like. Krogan did nothing wrong. Actually, I mean, a lot of the in-game lore is very similar to or can draw a lot of comparisons to Mass Effect, with like the genocides and disputes between different subspecies or different species. Really? I don't want to fight you pirates. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to then. I'm not gonna land on my settlement and have you light up my settlement. There's a random chance for inhabited points of interest on planets to be attacked by pirates, and you can come to the defense of the settlement and earn rep for whatever race runs the planet. This is not one such event. These guys just jumped me from space. But they're dead now. Another thing worth noting is the architecture style of your settlements varies depending on the type of settlement that you landed at. So this one is very, I don't know, like Moroccan-ish, or even like some sort of Mediterranean, maybe. Kind of Mediterranean-inspired. It's not the right colors for like Greece or something like that, but I don't know. It has that style. Looks nice. Well, let's fix up the office. And this takes, yeah, just a minute and a half. A desert Tatooine? Yeah, a little bit. Has the domed buildings. And maybe you can imagine them moisture farming in that building. I like how there's, maybe I can make my outpost on that giant floating island adjacent. And I'll train my Dragon Ball warriors up there. Which is based off of Morocco. Yeah, that's why I called it Moroccan. Look at me, being worldly and stuff. I'm going to call this place Raba. Or, yeah, maybe Raba. Look, reminds you of what you've built in Conan Exiles. What's cool is, like, these buildings aren't pre-designed. They are procedurally generated structures with style in mind. So, like, no two settlements are ever going to be the same. Not to say that they're, like, unique enough to be, like, special or whatever, but some of the other settlements I've founded don't look like this really at all. They're not domed. They don't have, like, these sort of stylistic roofs. They totally look their own style. And that's also true. You can stylize your own outpost as well, the same way. So there it is. There's my overseer office. So in here, there's the teleporter, which allows me to warp around. And then this is the overseer terminal, which allows me to manage the settlement. So, question to you all. I can either build a landing area for a landing dock or a generator tower. The landing area will allow me to land my ship and take off without having to use launch systems, but the generator tower adds more money. Looks like more people want the generator tower, but you guys are my citizens, so what to build? Landing pad or generator tower? You pick. I'll give you 1 minute to vote. And then at this terminal now, unlike the monument, I can see the status. This is the new sort of like status screen. So you can see that we have current debt, and the debt's increasing due to our low productivity to maintenance ratio. And that's true of almost every colony you take over. Almost every colony will be a C class. C at the top. It's a class C. And you have to work your way to a class A or S. S is really hard to get because as you manage your colonies, you can increase happiness and productivity relatively easily. It's very hard to increase population. Population is somewhat determined by the habitability of the planet and also just like how lucky you get for immigration and excursion successes. Because a lot of the times your citizens will be like, we want to go on an adventure, and then they like die on the adventure and you lose people. Alright, so it looks like we are going with generator tower. Cool. And it costs magnetized ferrite and a lot of it. A lot more than I currently have. There is no magnetized ferrite terrain here. So either I can, like, mine minerals for a long time. Maybe I could find mag ferrite in a mineral, but doubtful, because it's usually just pure ferrite. I can refine it if I mined enough pure ferrite. But it's also one of those things that you can buy on a station relatively inexpensively. I do plan on just teleporting over to the... I plan on teleporting over to the hub. But one thing that looks really cool is if you summon your freighter right over your settlement. It looks awesome. So I'm going to do that. Because then you can look up and just, like, see it. As soon as I get far enough away from the planet. Come on. Alright. Go green again. There it goes. I'm trying to, like, summon it so that it's flat. So it's not, like, pointed in for a crash landing. Weirdly. Good enough. So next time I'm on, next time I'm at my, my little colony down there, we'll be able to look up and see the freighter overhead, which should look pretty cool. And because we're already in space, I'll just teleport to the hub from here. So I'm going to try to buy the mag ferrite from the hub, because in my experience, I think that will be the fastest way. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have a teleporter on my on my freighter. It's something that you unlock later on with research, and I don't have that unlocked. I'm just so used to owning it, the teleporter chamber. Never mind, we're going back down to the surface. Because Pilot Ratty forgot what save he's on. The pilots that visit your freighter have a chance to have magnetized ferrite as a resource, but like the pilots that visit your freighter have a very they have like maybe like a quarter of the total quantity of trade goods than the ones that visit the hub. So here, as you can see, well, actually I do need gold. I forget what. But here, as you can see, like they'll have 130 or 140 of a resource, and on the hub they'll have like 600 of that same resource, or similar resources. Did I get the Normandy frigate unlocked from the Quicksilver shop? Well, not on this save, no. Did I ever sell that random ship I have found? No, I haven't. I think I have like 1 or 2 random ships that I haven't sold. They're only really relevant if I need the units, because the tech upgrades you get from random ships scrap tends to be trash. And I've got 26 million in the bank, so it's not like I'm hurting for money. Yeah, I usually just, like, claim a whole bunch of ships, and then when I'm hurting for cash, I'll just cash them in all at once. Oh, the other thing I could do is hand in the kill creatures mission, because I, like, did that. Oh, here's 2 more for exosuit charts. So these exosuit charts, if you're wondering, they give you a... Wow, man, this dude just wants me to murder... Look at that. They're all kill creatures. Every single one. Except for the bottom one, which is almost never kill creatures. The exosuit chart leads you to a like a cargo pod, or like a jettison pod, which gives you an exosuit upgrade, which doesn't matter to me at all. It's a lot of work, and when you have units, it's cheaper just to buy the suit from the this dude, because this does not require a fetch quest. Kill them all. I'll kill creatures at some point. What do I want? I want ship shields and infraknife. Nope. Not sold here. Even if that's an S tier multi-tool, it looks terrible. Alright, come on, Viking. Sell me some mag ferrite. Please, please, please. Nope. I also need resonators and quantum computer, I think. Oh, here's a quantum computer. Also, I think he had mag ferrite and I just overlooked it. No, pure ferrite, but that's good enough, because I'll convert that over to mag ferrite. And then more ship fuel. So 3 resonators, and I'll start converting that ferrite over. This ship looks like it's signaling for landings. It's like, bring it into the left, bring it into the left. And unfortunately, he doesn't have the resonators. At least the front of my ship looks cool. The back looks kind of, the front looks awesome. The, what is that, micro flameborn? Or nano flameborn? What is that the micro? No, the micro symbol's a U. So, is that the nano symbol? Actually, the back from this angle doesn't look so bad. It's just the side. It looks like a cargo vessel. Do I have the AI-piloted Minotaur? No. I mean, this save was started 11 hours ago. This is a marathon stream, so everything that I currently have, I got since I woke up in the middle of nowhere with nothing. To put that in perspective. Yeah, most of the Sentinel ships have, like, the Cylon eyes. That's a very common feature. Hey, it's another Vesper sail. Does not have what I need. That actually, this Vesper ship, it's not bad. It's like black, white, and gold. Looks pretty nice. And here's the resonators I needed. Perfect. Unfortunately, it's a C-class. So it looked cool, but it's kind of junk. This guy is color coordinated with his own ship. They just keep coming in. Man, this is a busy port. I probably already have the mag ferrite, so I'll just teleport back in a second. I just wanted to check out what these guys are running in with. Some more pure ferrite. Let's get the visor tool built. There it is. Oh, I thought that would have an adjacency bonus, but I guess it does not. Oops. To the settlement. Now, in my experience, probably there's 3 stages to build the generator tower, and the first stage is probably going to take like 45 minutes. So I probably can only start it and before midnight strikes for my own sanity. I could go over the clock a little bit, but maybe if this is a lengthy build, probably not to the point where the generator tower is finished. But what I do want to show you is Outpost building. Where is the... So there's my freighter. Right up there. Kind of big. Center screen. Where was the generator project again? Some governor I am. I approve a project and I just get lost. All my pork barrel spending. All right. There it is. One of the ways to do it is if I put my quest log as the settlers quest, it would have flagged it for me. So I need 280 mag ferrite. I think that should do. Yep, I got it now. And this will take 1 hour, 58 minutes. Yeah, they usually take about an hour, give or take. So the other thing I wanted to show... Oh, and we have a visitor that has arrived at the settlement and needs greeting. So this is part of the other overseer responsibilities. So I can either accept the gift or decline the gift, and it's for hex cores? Yeah, give it, baby, give it. Rejecting a gift is only going to make people upset. So the generator tower will almost have me break even on productivity to maintenance cost, which is not bad after the first project. Some settlements I've managed, it requires like 3 or 4 buildings before I even break even, sometimes even more if it's a particularly desperate settlement. Excuse me, where are my hex cores? Did you give them to my freighter? Oh, wow, and I'm an idiot. My freighter had 2 of the 3 magnetic resonators I needed. I just didn't even realize. Am I staring at hex cores and just not seeing them? I guess I don't really care at the end of the day. So the next thing I'm going to do is set up an outpost. That was one of the other goals. So I installed the visor tool, and there is now, as you can see, different modes. There's the analysis mode, just to analyze, like, flora, fauna, and minerals. And then there is the target sweep mode, which is, like, finding quest locations. Then there's the power survey mode. Whoa, and I have a power node very close by. So the power survey node allows you to build a electromagnetic geothermal power spike to be able to power up a base with no additional input cost. Unfortunately, this hotspot is within the settlement, so it's going to be unusable. It's too close to the settlement boundary to be used, but I just wanted to show you what it would look like if I found it. It's also a C tier power hotspot, so it's not particularly good. Oh, there's another citizens dispute. Dispute. They're having me overseer hardcore. What now? Who's fighting? Colonist, I'm gonna call them Sumzo, accuses engineer Eber of running an underground gambling network. It is noted that both parties have a series of recent off-world excursions, often at the same time. Neither will elaborate. What to do? Fine, engineer, set, engineer, free. And sometimes there is hidden penalties for these that are not necessarily shown. So I'll just give you an example. I'm not saying that this is the case, but an example would be if you accuse someone of a crime without actually having sufficient evidence, sometimes it causes like an aura of suspicion and your citizens become less happy. Just throwing it out there. It sometimes happens. Also, gambling? What's wrong with that? Consenting adults, you know, and all? I don't know. Looks like we're gonna set them free. Right. 2-to-1 vote. So, our debts don't decrease, but that doesn't really matter. We're already accruing debts regularly because we're in debt. So then the other analysis modes, there's mineral survey. Wow, there's minerals straight ahead. And there's different things you can mine based upon what the planet offers. So like this planet was like copper and paraffinium or whatever it's called. So let's go survey whatever this is offering. Ow. Stupid Venus flytrap thingy. And this is a terrible potential as well. For copper, okay. And then the last is for gas survey. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to find, ideally, a power survey to be able to get electromagnetic power to serve an outpost and then once you have that, to find good resources around it. So unfortunately the power that I found was like within my settlement, so it's unusable because it's too close to the settlement bounds. So I'm gonna fly away from the settlement a little ways and see if I can find another power spike. The other thing is, like, at the moment, I actually don't have, the means to set up these things. I would need more salvaged tech. So here's another C-tier power spike. Not super great. The power needs of like initial outpost would be very low though. So even a C-tier spot could pretty easily power some basic mineral mining and gas extraction without too much problem. Another citizen request? Dudes, I've been governor for like 10 minutes. If my inbox is going to light up like this, I'm going to let the Sentinels purge you all. I won't. I'm a better overseer than that. But they are Preston Garveying me pretty hard right now. Why are your miners always empty when you log back on? That's a good question. I have no idea. Someone's stealing from you. So the other thing is, your settlements have a certain finite distance. So you're going to want to find, if you do set up around a power survey spot, you're going to want to find mineral and gas. I think it's, what, 600 units? I got to look this up. There's ways to cheese it to be a little larger, but without doing the cheese. Base claim size, 300 units. So the normal base computer is 300 units. However, it's possible to extend the range to 1,000 units by cheesing it. So, if you do claim one of these power surveys, you're going to want to find, ideally, find mining and gas within 300 units of it. But you also have to consider that it's 300 units in every direction, so I can travel... If I travel to this hotspot that I just found, this latest hotspot, I can plop a pin at it once I'm standing on top of it, and then travel in a 300 radius around it to figure out what resources can be exploited around it. So the hotspot's vaguely here, I think. So here's my little custom marker for where it is. And then putting the custom marker down, I can travel, 300 units away and sort of scan the area. Oh! Good kill, dude. Good kill. Watching a predator kill prey. So there is some mineral survey, probably within 300. The things that, and if you're wondering what I typically would get really early on, I would try to mine sodium. That would be really helpful. I would try to mine cobalt and oxygen. Those are, whoa, hey buddy. You look like you should be a quadruped, but you aren't. You seem to be a confused quadruped. Also, you're not trying to eat me, so that's cool. Just because they're big doesn't mean they're predators. I mean, like elephants, right? If you came to Earth, you'd be like, oh god, elephants. Not realizing that you'd be way more worried about, like, hyenas. So this is an A-tier cobalt mining spot. And the power is 400 units away, so this works. Because if it's within 600 units, you can split the difference, right? So if I travel 200 units towards my power node, the power node will be 200 units away, and the mining spot will be 200 units away, and they both will be within the 300 unit range of my base. The next thing I wanted to check is if this giant floating island would be a good base location.
Technology recharge.
Because it's possible that the power spike that I found over there, and the thing about that power node is, like, I don't even have the tech to unlock that yet. I could work towards it, but I'm curious if I could have a floating base up there. I mean, it's certainly not convenient to get to. I'd need to, like, I might be able to jetpack up there if I'm lucky. How did I kill a creature? I didn't kill anyone. I think I just got credit for like a predator eating prey. I will take credit for that. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 19th and August 20th. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below, and if you have any feedback, you can let me know there as well, but please keep in mind that this was a mini-series, so all of the content has already been recorded and changes cannot be made. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to help to influence the games that I play, please join me on Discord. A link to Discord can be found in the description of this video and also on my website. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers and Twitch viewers that turned out to the marathon, my Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow space explorers.